வணக்கம் அன்பர்களே. In story time at Kadambavanam, today we will see the story of Enathinathar, one of the 63 Nayanmars. In the great Chola country, in the city of Enanur, there lived a Nayanar who belonged to the Ira class. His family was engaged in sword fight and taught sword fighting to the king and his soldiers. Enathinathar was a very acclaimed teacher of the sword and he had a huge following. Now he was also a great devotee of the Lord and respected greatly anyone who wore the holy ash. He had a family, Tayadi, that is a cousin by the name Adisuran, who was also traditionally involved in teaching sword fights. This Adisuran was always envious of Enathinathar as he had more students and hence was better paid and was flourishing. So, giving into his jealousy, one day he went to Enathinathar and called him for a fight. He said, "Let us fight with each other, and whoever wins will here onwards become the sole teacher to the king and his students, teaching sword fight, while the other should wrap up." Enathinathar immediately agreed to this, and on the next day, at the appointed time and place, both he and Adisuran went to fight against each other with their students. Both of them were good teachers of the sword, and this was evident from the rivers of blood that soon started flowing all over the place, at the end of which Adisuran was outnumbered and he had to run away from the field of action. That night, unable to sleep and filled with hatred and revenge and jealousy, Adisuran hatched a very devious plan. The next day, early morning, he sent one of his students to meet Enathinathar and requested that Enathi come alone by himself to an appointed place and that both of them will have a sword fight against each other. By this way, they could establish one of themselves as the victor and could also avoid further bloodshed. Immediately agreeing to this, Enathinathar set out to the appointed place and waited for Adisuran to come. Sekla describes how he was seething with rage like a lion and waiting for Adisuran. In a while, he saw Adisuran approaching him with the sword in one hand and the protective shield in the other. As he came closer and closer, Enathinathar got ready for the fight and took up his sword and shield. He saw that Adisuran was approaching him with this shield held right in front of him, thus hiding himself. Enathinathar thought he was safeguarding him with his body armor, the shield. The moment Adisuran came within a blow's range and Enathinathar raised his sword, Adisuran took down the shield, and much to the horror and astonishment of Enathinathar, he saw that Adisuran had smeared the holy ash all over his body. Now, Enathinathar was a person who venerated anybody who wore the holy ash. So, seeing this, at once he thought, there is no point, I cannot fight Adisuran. At that moment, he was about to drop his shield and sword, and then he thought, if he did so, then Adisuran would incur the sin of killing a Nirhayudabani, a man without armor. So thinking, he held on to his sword and shield and pretended as if he were going to give a fight. Adisuran pounced on Enathinathar and had his way. Now, at that moment, the Lord appeared in the skies and blessed Enathinathar and said he was very happy with the sincere reverence that Enathinathar showed for the holy ash and took him to Kailash with him. This is the story of Enathinathar Nayanar. We will meet again next time with another story from Sekila's Periyapuranam. Vanakkam.